I've spent the better part of my life in pursuit of fictional skills to try and make them as real as humanly possible. That accounts for some grey areas. Hopefully you won't see too many. In this show, you'll see nobody that's been prepared. Each individual that's offered their time and help for everything you're about to see has been informed that were they to see anything that they don't like, anything that happens that isn't exactly how I say it happens, they are to squeal, shout and raise the roof on what's going on. My name's Ben Cardall. Welcome to The Deductionist.
What sort of a doodler are you like? Skilled?
No, not at all.
So, I'll give you a backup then. I want you to do be careful of the pen because it is permanent.
Okay.
But do me a small little doodle on there, and if you're not sure that it looks like what it is, write underneath what it is.
Okay.
Okay, and then rip the paper off, screw it into a fist, and then I'll turn around. Is there a problem or a particular hurdle in your life that you have at the minute, no matter how big or small and apparently insignificant to anyone else, that you have? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, okay. And then yes or no again. Could you sum it up in just one word?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what you do then for me. You take the card, you take the pen, you write down on the card that word. Is it done? Okay. Are we good?
Yeah, good.
Is it folded?
Yeah.
Okay. Now it occurs to me then that problems, as they are inherently negative things. They would be easier to get past if you could find a more joyous position to look at them from. I'm going to use essentially a joyous object in the sense that it's ridiculous.
No argument.
To help further this situation. So can I see the card? You're happy that it's folded? There's no way I could see through it. Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know this game where they go under the table? they go under the table and everything's mixed up. It comes out in either hand. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So would you do this for me now? Mix it up. I'll turn away.
I'll do behind my back.
Okay. Whatever question I ask, don't answer out loud. That's the important thing. Okay. So if we were playing 20 questions, you've got the animal, mineral, and vegetable categories. Would whatever that is fall into that animal category? Okay. That's a pretty firm no. Then that is a pretty ridiculous notion to consider that being an animal. I wonder. I'll go for it. I think I know what you drew. It's more of a question of how you drew it.
Yeah.
And then come out with both fists on the table.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in this situation, it's getting into a flow of rapport with somebody that doesn't really know your problems, know much about you. Yeah? And so it's often a slow starter. So in this instance, I need you to really just concentrate on where the joy is, where the ball is, yes? Can I see what you drew?
I didn't know.
Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
Now, I'm not psychic, so it's never spot on.
Okay.
But I like to think that that's got to be somewhere close. And just imagine the joy, wherever that may be, as lightness. So that's going to start raising that whatever hand in the air, and the problem is going to weigh that other hand down, weighted. Imagine that happening for me now. Okay? Is the ball here the problem here? Yes? Yes, show the camera. That's good. So we've got this working now. We've got this flow established.
That's awesome.
I want it in.
That is awesome.
I mean, I'll take the junk. You can keep the card. Thank you very much. So if you just think about the word as a whole then for me. Were you thinking of the word work? Is this problem to do with your job? Is the word work?
The word is work.
Yes. Okay, good. So here's what we're going to do now then. It'd be good if you didn't know how to focus on this anymore. When the problem's wrapped up as they are, it'd be good if you couldn't talk about it. Yes? So I'm going to open this card. I want you to just try and say the word that's on it. Just try and say what's on the card. Yes? Just try and say it. I mean, yeah? Oh, it's a weird sensation, yeah? I mean, it almost feels like...
Try me hardest.
almost feels like it's nothing to do with you, but let's just try this for a minute, okay? Point to a hand. This one.
Yeah.
See, everyone recognises their own handiwork, and you recognise something that used to be yours, but immediately you can feel better about it. Yes?
Can't feel better about it. Good. If we can stick with weight though now.
I'm just a smidgen bit obsessed with the skills and repertoire of the fictional detective Sherlock Holmes. And there was a very, very famous saying that he, well, I suppose in essence it was Arthur Conan Doyle that said it, but it's attributed to Holmes. And that is, you see, but you do not observe. Which is, to me, a very significant phrase, because it serves to represent the way we are in today's society, and that there is so much that passes us by, and technology is moving at 1,000,000 miles a minute, so how much do we actually take in from all of this information that's around us? If anything that happens throughout the course of tonight's filming isn't exactly as I say it's happening, if you see anything sneaky or devious, or we're lying, or we ask you to play along, or all that kind of crap, don't play along, and absolutely tell wherever the camera is that we're trying to pull a fast one. Specifically, I'd like to deal with the first person who went first, whoever that was. Okay, so immediately what we get from that is either a young woman or an extremely effeminate man that we've been going for of a one tap for yes and a two taps for no, so I'll leave my hand out so I know. But would I be correct around 15, 16 years old? Okay, thank you. And what came across particularly then within the hands is they were quite dexterous, quite nimble, quite individual. They felt formed, as opposed to mine that was quite chunky and a mess. These were refined and quite specific. Music is definitely rife within you, but it's specifically what instrument. And so just a yes or no. It's either going to be in the string family, or in the keys, like piano, keyboard. Just yes or no if it's one of those. Okay. I would say that it would be in the region of pianos, keyboards, something of, I mean, hell, it could be an accordion, but something of this nature that would require this kind of action. Is that right? Yes or no? Okay, good. Now, typically then, these people, if you have pets, it would more than likely be a dog. Okay, excellent. Next, they're coming off of the earphones. So, is it table? Here we go. Okay. Who went next? Just say me.
Me.
It's somebody who's not actually sitting at the table.
That's fine. What's your name?
Maggie.
Yes or no? Just a straight yes or no. Do you enjoy what you do for a living?
No.
Oh, that's quite a dreary answer. How old are you?
22.
22. Okay, and speaking specifically within 2015, do you know what day of the year your birthday falls on?
Yes.
Were you born in the summertime?
Yes.
Yeah, you a Cancer?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, good. And then dreary job, so it'll be something along the lines of It's got to be customer service then of some description.
Yes.
Okay, good. And any pets?
Yes.
Okay, how long have you had said pet?
A year.
And it is just the one?
Yes.
Okay. So, customer service, 22, Cancerian. Cat?
Yes.
Just concentrate on the first letter of the cat's name, and I then want you to say it out loud in amongst 5 or 6 other letters of the alphabet.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
That's fair enough. Hopefully the pressure got to you a bit. So let's try this similar sort of thing, but with the second letter now.
W, B, N, K, D.
Okay. So first of all, this is a name that starts with an A.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now, statistically speaking, then this again would be 2 or 3 syllables long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And did you name the pet, or did it come from somewhere else with the name already?
It wasn't me, it was my boyfriend.
Oh, boyfriend named
Yes.
it. Tell me about your boyfriend. What does he do for a living?
He works in a customer service as well.
Customer service as well. Same place as you, or different?
Different.
Okay. Does he have any hobbies?
He's a geek.
He's a geek.
Yeah.
This will be some kind of. Oh yeah, this will be some kind of sci-fi name, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. So 2, 3 syllables. I don't think he'll have gone for Darth Vader, because that's just a mouthful, isn't it? You want something that's quite. There's just a one name that you can, in essence, shorten, affectionately entitle your own pet. It begins to feel more, more keeps you more home, more of a family member that way. Once you give it a name and then it shortens. But because of the giggle, I'm going to say it's on a Star Wars line.
Yes.
Okay, good. And you know this as well. Anakin?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Who went third?
Me.
You. You have a pet. You do. How long have you had said pet? And just the one, is it?
I've got lots.
You've got lots.
Yeah.
But there's one in specific.
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you had this specific animal?
7 years.
7 years. Do you know what day of the year your birthday falls on this year?
Yes.
You do? That was quite quick, so it's already gone. Yeah. You're an Aquarius?
I don't know.
Okay. But towards the start of the year, though, I mean, it's January time, around the
Yeah.
start. Okay. I'm not going to try and go any further than that, because I can't. But then this animal, it'll be. If you could sum him or her up in a word, what would the word be? What would you think?
Slow.
Tortoise, turtle? Okay. If you could just think of the name then for me, and then just keep saying it over and over again in your head, okay? Like you wanted to say it with such a strength, you want to grab hold of me and go, Belle, its name is... Yeah? Just keep saying her name over and over again. Yeah? You didn't react, so I know it's a her. Good. If we could try this, hold your fingers out this way for me. We're just going to press a finger to each and I'm going to give them a letter. So this would be A, this would be B, this would be C, this would be D, E, F, G, H, I, and J. And if it's not here, I won't feel anything. Okay, but if you concentrate on which finger represents the first letter of the name, yeah, and just imagine sending all of your energy, even if that is something that exists, into that finger. Okay, this is B, yes?
Yeah.
So the name then begins with a B, really short, so it'd be something like, if you could just, again, think about the letters that are in the name, just keep cycling them over. So if you were doing my name, you'd begin B, E, N, B, E, N. Just keep saying them over and over again in your head, okay? Is that a C? C? Or... No. Not a C, but an E. Yes, an E. So this would be back, something like that. Yeah, okay. And where you work, again, hopefully, I'm going out on a bit of a limb, but it'll be in retail, clothes, something like that. Yeah? Excellent. So, there you go. There's my phone. Let's do this.
Are you in?
I'm in.
Are you comfy?
I'm in. Well, I'm not comfy. No, I'm in a boot.
Watch your knees. Okay?
Just slam it, my dear. Right. Are you happy that we've not added anything to your boot? We've not taken anything away. This is still the boot of your car. We've not asked you to drive anywhere. This is as fair as it gets.
This is as fair as it gets. That is my boot, empty.
Right.
Can we go?
Yeah. Remember, I'm not seat belted, so don't kill me.
Ah, that's bright. Getting to the point now where it's becoming quite the social norm for me to be in the boots of cars. This is the 6th time I've done this now.
Just because you don't.
I'm including the practice runs as well. But yeah, this is about the 6th time I've done this. And yeah, I'm gonna try and find somewhere I can rest this light. I'm gonna have to hold it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my glasses off so this doesn't shine on the screen and go. My version of the Sherlock kidnap scene. I'm asking somebody to kidnap me, essentially, and I figure out exactly where we are and what's going on. So, yeah, I'm actually going to be relatively quiet and just concentrate. The area we started in was quite a built-up area. There's no chance to get to any real long main roads. So we have to really pay attention. And as an added excuse, I'm suffering from the flu.
Belief. It's an easy thing to manipulate when you think about it. So I'd like to run tests with you to see how much I can manipulate your beliefs. Is to put your dominant hand down flat on the table. Okay? And then you find a point or a hair or a mark or a bruise or anything, one singular point that you can stare at on the back of your hand and allow all your focus and attention to become absorbed by it. You take a big deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, and in again and out. As you feel your hand flat on the table, you can almost feel like the table slightly pushing back at you, just slightly. And as you focus on that point, hear the sounds of my voice and the sounds around you, I want you to just imagine somebody pouring warm, sticky glue all over your hand till it completely covers every single nook and cranny. And as you concentrate on that point and continue to breathe, the image becomes clearer now as that glue starts to set and lock and stick in place, like that warm, heavy sensation we get after when we get into bed at the end of a long day. The duvet just seems to hold us there. And as you concentrate on that point, when you feel that the glue starts to heavy and turns to cement, so it's even heavier and warmer and more locked and stuck in place than before, tighter and tighter. And as you concentrate on that spot, What's more stuck? Answer me out loud, your fingers or your palm?
Fingers.
What's more stuck, your fingers or your palm?
Palm.
I want you to imagine then pouring some more cement or glue all over that part that needs the stickiness to set, just like that other part that was stuck and locked firmly down in place. And as you continue to focus on that point, I want you to imagine that that hand starts to blend in with the table and it becomes one, locked, stuck, glued in place. Try and lift your hand and find how heavy that is. You're stuck down. Stuck completely. Yeah? Softer, warmer and heavier, just like it. Stuck? Good. What was that like?
Weird.
Couldn't move it for a second? No. Yeah? A manipulative belief is a lot like that. You believe that your hand is your own and for just a brief moment you just can't pick it up. It's a weird feeling, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So say stop. Stop. Say stop.
Stop.
Oh my goodness. Say stop.
Stop.
And you.
Stop.
And you.
Stop.
Oh, I didn't give you a free choice, I stopped.
Stop.
There. We'll just take a look at the ones you stopped at. Yeah? And then pop them down here on the table. Just like before. Reach out, put your hand on it. Reach out, put your hand on it. Reach out, put your hand on it. Same again. Same again. To manipulate a belief truly, you've got to wrap your head around an idea that these cards mean something. That the reason you put them into the centre of the table had a purpose. Yeah. So find that same point on the back of your hand. As you focus on it this time, I want you to imagine that your fingers start to turn to glass. And the glass becomes see-through. You can see right down through your hand to the back of the card. And as you focus on that card, the colours in the back start to fade to white. Until it becomes completely transparent. Just like the hand itself, you can see right down through to the table. When you try and say the name of the card, it's gone. Try and say the name of the card, it's gone. Lift your hand up. Try and say the name of your card. Turn it over. Try and say the name of your card.
Queen of Hearts.
And you keep turning, turn it. Queen of Hearts. 8
Yeah.
of. Was that it? No, that's not an 8.
Nine times. One of clubs.
It's weird, isn't it? That you can manipulate a belief that way. You can see the. Really aren't they? Would only have worked to truly manipulate a belief if you would have each thought of exactly the right card.
Right, Ben,
Yeah.
we've stopped.
Is this the place?
Yeah.
So, there are houses here, yeah, as well? It's not on some industrial land. So, I would, it's based, this is, I'm trying to be adventurous with the idea. If you've come at this street the right way, as in, you know, the way I'm thinking about, then I would say Leek New Road, possibly around the 300s.
That's like near road. That's like near road.
No. It's no, forgive me. It's no, it's not. It's not Leek New Road. It was the I'm sorry, I'm thinking slow right turn. It was a slow left turn. I said it. It is It's Elaine. It's
If he gets this, I'll
It's,
give you a piss.
oh, come on. The image, child's cots. It's Nursery Lane.
Ben! How does he do that? How did he do that? How did he do that?
Nursery Lane?
Nursery Lane. Are we on the odd numbered side as well? The even numbered side, sorry.
I couldn't tell you. But I can't believe you've just done that. How did you do that? I tried to bamboozle you. I'm not happy. I can't really...
It threw me off a little. Like I said at the end, I had slow right, but it was slow left. That's what threw me a bit.
I'm going to leave him in the boot now.
Are houses on the right all the even numbers?
Don't know, do you want me to
Because we can't see any.
Seriously, you pissed me right off, Ben, because I went round everywhere. Look.
We're on the even numbered side as well. We're on the even numbered side as well. So I bought something with me to do a little test with. And the story is this. Joseph Bell. It was said that Mr. Bell could go into his surgery, he was a doctor, and he could diagnose people from just a few brief questions and looking at the mud on their boots, for example. Who knows how true it was? That's something I personally believe is true. But this hat, they tell me, was his. And it is believed by many people that when he died, the spirit of him, whatever that may be, went into his hat, of all things. And it was said that it could give the people an experience of being like Joseph Bell, of seeing the world through his eyes. And that's something I would very much like to test, just to see whether it's true or not. So let's all try this. If we can test your imagination for a moment, if you could all get something you can hold. Whatever your object is, I want you to hold it upside down, right stretched out, so the bottom of whatever the item is rests just above your eyesight level. Okay? And I just want you to stare at it. Find a point on it that you can become absorbed by. And eventually, just the more you concentrate and breathe, and focus on this point for your fingers gripping this card and the sounds around you, just try and drop the item. You stuck? You stuck?
It was, yeah, it was.
Now watch. Watch.
Okay.
I don't know how many of others were stuck as well, but you caught my eye. Would you like to come up and help? I'll sit on that chair. Now Kerry, this is me that's about to touch your shoulder. Just reach out with your left hand and put your hand on the hat. Okay, good. What I want you to do, I'm just going to pass you a photo. Just hold it. I just want you to open your eyes and just silently to yourself take in as much detail as you can. Whatever stands out to you, for whatever reason, just do your best to remember it. Okay? 3, 2, and 1. Close your eyes again for me. Are there any ages that stick out to you? A certain number of years old?
Yeah,
What sticks out to you? What number?
37.
37? Are there any more, or is that it?
34.
34? You sure? He's just coming out of the blue, yeah?
Yeah.
34 years as well. Any heights, for example? I'm 6'1", so
6 foot.
any values of money?
300,000.
Seem quite specific about that one. Can you get any sense of what's going on? What's going on in the picture? What do you remember?
Someone lying on the floor.
Someone lying on the floor? Anything else?
A van.
A van? Okay.
It's either a murder or
Oh, murder or a robbery. Okay. Let me catch up with you. Robbery. Okay. Any idea what was stolen? Anything stick out to you as what might have been stolen?
no.
No. Any details about the van that you want to pick out?
There's something written on the top and I can't remember.
Something written on the top that you can't remember. I'll come back to that then, because it wasn't very specific. One more thing I would like to ask, just random shot in the dark. You probably won't get it, but it'd be nice to see if you do. Are there any shoe sizes that stick out?
11.
Size 11. Perfect. Perfect. What this is that you've been holding on to throughout is a print of a newspaper clipping. A nationwide manhunt is now underway to find the assailants who made off with close to £325,000. So that's pretty bloody close for me. Of electricals in a robbery that went wrong at 1:30 a.m. 3 nights ago. 3 men kidnapped a local plumber from his home and took his, the words scrimp out there. This incident sadly resulted, in the plumber being stabbed to death. So there was a murder and there was a robbery.
Yeah.
The assailants are believed to be around 6'6", so that's close, and in their mid to late 30s. Forensics at the scene were able to gain an imprint of a size 11 shoe. There was a plumber's van,
Right.
okay, and there was a logo on the side of the van. Any idea? Don't tell me yet, but is there any idea what it could have been? Don't say, just yes or no. Have you got an image that comes to mind?
Sort of.
Excellent. Write down something close to what you're thinking, so I don't have to put words in your mouth or, keep talking. Whatever it is that comes to mind.
Can I just write it down?
Please do, yeah, or any of your details. Man's head.
Yeah.
But that could have been anything,
Yeah.
and you specifically focused on a man's head. There was a child, it was the plumber's son,
Oh, right.
that gave witness, told him the description of the van,
Yeah.
which he drew this. Odd that you'd pick up straight on a man's head. Yeah? Should slow down soon. Should. There it is. Yeah. It's the traffic that does this, the intermittent slowing. The occasional pressure to the brakes, and because I'm literally, as you can probably see, right on top of the wheels, you get a good sense for the sound. And granted, it is only a sense for the sound, but once you learn where the speed zones are, so you know where the 30 zones are, the 40 zones, the 50, you know more seriously exactly what's going on. And obviously, with me being so squished up in here, I can immediately feel the pressure to this side of my body or to my feet. Lets me know where the turnings are. Show of hands who've seen the film Rain Man. Awesome people.
There's a very popular scene in that in which Dustin Hoffman plays a savant with pretty severe autism, but on the flip side of that he has some incredible memory skills. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take them and I'm going to mix them up. Then I'm going to throw them into the air, and then I'm going to do my best to memorise them all as they are falling.
So I wanted to try and master one of those other skills from one of my favourite films, Rain Man. And there's that scene where all the matchsticks fall to the ground and he counts them immediately. 82, 82, 82. I wanted to try and combine that with you know, the memorising of the cards. So there was a lot of time spent throwing cards up, watching them land, and picking them up. There's a lot of time spent figuring out which images I'd use to memorise them, which method I'd use to memorise them, how much time I would actually be given to do it once they hit the ground. Could I do it whilst they were falling? Oh, what a task. What a giant pain in my arse it became.
How many red cards are there?
10?
10. I'm happy with that. How many diamonds?
Not that many.
1, 2, 3, 4.
William.
Oh, 5. 5 diamonds. 5 diamonds. I'm happy with that one. So as there's 10, that means there's 5 hearts as well, yeah? So I got that. But here's what I actually tried to do as well, is go for the 4, the 2, the 9, the 10 and the ace. And there's the 4, the 2, 9, 10 and ace as well. I'm happy with that. Now finally, here we go. As my memory of it starts to fade, the black cards will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 black. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 clubs. Which gives us our wonderful total of 7. Thank you. Don't hold it back, let it out, it's fine.
We're here, man.
Right, hang on, give me a sec. Right. So we went all the way back up Divdy Road through to Longton, D Road, through Western Coiney, all the way down through there. Okay, the street name that I have. Do you guys know the street name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, hang on. James's Crescent. James Crescent, something like that.
Yeah.
Why, that was uncomfortable.
You're very clever.
Thanks.
Fucking weird. How did you know that?
Well, that was the road. You went Divdy Road, D Road, Western Coiney.
I
Yeah,
did.
but she went round.
Yeah. Right the way around the weekend. Leek Rose, Ashbank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put you off.
Yeah. Got it though.
I'm just a smidgen bit obsessed with Sherlock Holmes. And only smidge. It's nothing too creepy. I'll show you my tattoos later. And one of the many skills that he had was he could figure out the contents of somebody's pockets by knowing minuscule details about them. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tie one of you to... No, I'm going to blindfold myself. So here's what's going to happen. I'm not going to stray too far from here because things like that happen. And so would one of the people down here, whoever wants to stand, point to somebody else in the room and get them to stand. Don't go for somebody you know, go for somebody you don't. I want you to take something out of your pockets so you can bring with you. It can be anything in the world. So whoever's first, right, take a step up to the corner. Okay, and I want you to put your item down on the table. Now, is it on the table?
Yes.
So, Gabe, just yes or no, mate. Is this your thing you've put on the table?
No.
Okay. So here's what it'll be then. Is it didn't make so much of a sound when you put it down, so you'll have got it off somebody close to you. I know this person close to you is my mother. It all sounds so planned that this is family coming up right at the start. But yes or no, is this Nano's?
No.
No. Okay. So this will be a bank card. Yeah? Right, dude, pick it up for me. And come in close so I can put my hands on your shoulders. Have you got it in your hands?
Yes.
Put it in your pocket then so nobody can see it. Okay? I want you to just think of the bank that it resides with. Just keep saying it, saying the name over and over in your head. Yeah? Is this a HSBC card?
Yes.
Okay, good. And I want you to take the card out again, and there's a big row of numbers right along the card. You see them?
Yeah.
I want you to go right to the last 4.
Yeah.
Can you see them?
Yeah.
I'll turn and face these. And all I want you to do is to just think of the first number in your head for me. Okay? You got it?
Yep.
It's a 6, yeah?
Yeah.
Good. And then go to the last number of the 4. Got it?
Yep.
It's one of the bigger single-digit numbers, yeah?
Yep.
It's a 9.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I'm not entirely sure on one of the middle digits, but there's a 0 in there as well. Yes.
Yep.
Excellent. Give him a round of applause as he goes back to his seat. Step up. Pop your arm down on the table. Is it down on the table?
Yeah.
Excellent. Is this something you carry on you a lot? Yes? No? Okay. So then this would be something that you keep in your wallet?
Yeah.
Yes, wallet, purse, whichever. Are you one of these types of people, and be honest, nobody will judge you, who spends a lot of time on your phone, texting, music, Facebook, whatever?
Yeah.
Okay. So this will more than likely be something to do with that then. Is this one of those gift cards, like for Apple or something?
Yeah.
Yes! Okay, excellent. Round of applause as you go back to your seat. Your final challenge, please. Put your item on the table. Ooh, that was a lot heavier. See, immediately, it's good with sounds if you pay attention, right? There was a very popular saying, which I announced earlier, in the Holmes, well, I suppose it was, like I said, it was Conan Doyle that originally penned it, was you see, but you do not observe. Yeah? And that refers to the amount of things that go past us in our day-to-day lives that we just don't become aware of. Now, through just listening alone, I can immediately tell you that this is a phone of some description.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And just how old are you?
14.
14. Had this phone for a while, yes or no? sort of. Good. The awkward answers. That's just what I like. Okay, so this will be. Do you use it a lot in the same way?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you'd have said something to you'd have said something to the same way, same being Apple. So this will be what are they called? Not the Samsung phone.
Yeah.
Yes, excellent. Round of applause. Yeah, back to your seat. Phone. Watch. What else have I got? Car keys. And you know what? I'll just take my coat off. Thanks, mate. So, the GoPro's on. It is actually pitch black in here right now because we forgot the torch. So, but needless to say, this is the biggest boot I've ever been kidnapped in. But I am actually showing you around right now in the flash. If you're seeing any, is from I've got the GoPro. The flash, if you're seeing any, is from the red lights on the front of the GoPro to show it's recording. We just told Cliff isn't even from around here. Cliff volunteered via Facebook to do this, so he's driven all the way down special to Stoke-on-Trent to complete this, which is brilliant of him. But it works out even better that he doesn't know the routes and the locations around. So driving for him around here is going to be a real random choice, whatever he makes. There's no real chance, like the other volunteers, to try and get inside their heads a little bit to figure out where it is that they might go, which is possible to do. When you think about when people try and make it difficult for you and double bluff and all the rest of it, Cliff genuinely is making random, completely uninformed decisions because he's not from around here.
Right, we got a new destination.
Okay, right, give me a sec.
Okay.
Right. Oh, okay. We went down the over the top was it's water something road. Hang on, what? Waterhead Road.
No.
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 You sure?
Yeah.
Hang on, I made a mistake then. Right, hang on. Oh no! Sorry, that was the that was the street before. Come up and the left with. Oh, it's a road. It's a something road again. It's
Charwood or Charwood or something like that?
Yeah.
Close.
Is that your closest guess?
Yeah.
It's Charnwood Road.
Charnwood Road.
Charnwood Road.
Road, nice one. Brilliant.
Charnwood, mate.
Charnwood. Cheers, mate. Really appreciate
Good
that.
sleeper.
Mate, that's the best boot I've ever been kidnapped in. It's quite spacious. One of you guys at the back, are you alright to come up and help me? Cheers, mate. What's your name? Steve. I want you to stand just facing me with the right leg forward this way. And would I be correct in thinking that you are right? Yeah. Excellent. So just hold this out this way and just bend it this way, but just make a fist for me. Here's what I'm going to push down. I just want you to resist. Okay? Just resist with everything you got. Oh, you're cracking. Well, it's quite clear that I'm going nowhere, right? So, and then if we do it this way, and then if you get this one, and just hold the wrist here. So then, instead of having all this side of the muscles, we've got all the back working. We've got a nice, stationary, low centre of gravity stance. You know, it's a solid base. Okay. And there was a belief from the monks, the Chinese monks that I spoke about earlier, in the energy, the qi. Okay, that would flow down their arms this way and obviously into their opponents, whoever they were fighting. Okay, but if you were to send it up and keep it stop and stuck at the arms this way, right up the top, it would send and it would stay stuck there. So you'd be able to move you around a lot easier this time, yeah? If you were to just try and resist, it would go, yeah? But if we send it right the way back, just like before, right the way back out of the wrist, and right the way out and into the opponents this way, you can resist just like before. And you can see. And I'm not a light person, I'm 17 stone. So I've got a lot of weight to put down on you. But this, you can drop your arms for a sec, Steve, thank you. But this is just an idea that we can spread to anybody, okay? So let's see if we can get a good 6, 7 or 8 of you up here. I've got terrible nerves, mate. Right, here we go. That should be fine there. I'm going to put your hands just on my chest here. Right? Here's what you're going to do. All of you on the count of 3, so on 3. Yeah? No 1, 2, 3, then push. You push on 3. Yeah? We all clear? Yep. Are you all still alive? Okay, just to give you a test of this. So if I really stand and base myself now, and then 1, 2, 3. You all push. You know, okay, well. There's no chance of me being able to stop because, not as I'm going to get too personal, but 17 stone ain't going to stop that. But here's what we do. Now, because you have got a lot of force coming towards you, it's a lot safer for you if you just bend your elbows slightly this way. Okay, now I'm going to base myself just like before. And on the count of 3, I want you to push. 1, 2, 3. You see that I actually win that because I move forward. Thank you, gents. Well done. So I came up with a game to try and test my profiling skills. And we've come here to this beautiful converted nunnery. It's a 42-roomed house. Now there are some rooms we're not allowed to go in. That leaves us around about the 30-room mark to play with. We're going to see if I can figure out a fictional murder that our kind volunteer is going to come up with. Now we've asked the guy to come here and create a fictional murder in his head based on the Cluedo characters. The only thing is he's going to have all of the rooms to choose from. I'm going to try and figure out the exact murder that he comes up with in his head. And if I can, I'm going to place something very interesting for him in one specific room. Hopefully, if my profiling skills are up to it, it'll be a very interesting room indeed. So, if you just think of the person, yeah, and maybe just concentrate on the colour, because they align themselves in colours, don't they? You know? And so 50-50 states this will be a man, yeah, which is good. I want you to come up with this fictional murder in your head. Just really picture this scene in your head, and you're going to do it with the Cluedo characters, okay? And is there anything that you
can associate with this colour. Let me explain. If it was blue, sometimes word association states that the sea might pop into mind because the sea is blue. Is there anything you can associate with this colour immediately?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. And just yes or no, do you like this thing?
Yes.
Good. Picture this character in your head. Give him a face, give him clothes, give her clothes, whichever.
I've got it.
Okay? Thanks for that clue, you've got him. That's good. That's leaked out essentially number one. So we've got it down to one of 3 characters though. Okay? Okay, and then the thing about the weapon that was used. Okay? Which is again a choice of 16, how you would use it, the type of death that it might cause, whether it be instant or prolonged or particularly vicious or, you know, yeah. So what I want you to do is to picture this person in the room that you chose mentally, yeah?
Yeah.
See them doing some of the items that you, not the killing, but see them what you would do in there. So if you're in the living room, see them watching TV. If they're in the, I don't know, if they're in there, see them sat at the table. If they're outside, see them playing basketball. Yeah? Just see them doing something. If you like, sir, I shall wait here, and I'll tell this camera after you've gone.
In we go.
Let's have a look, see if he's gone.
Is in a second. I'm going to reach over and get that GoPro behind you. I'm going to explain to everybody at home my thoughts that I've had. Well, you go off with camera guy to the room. Don't say it out loud. You just go there. He'll follow you.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Go for it.
Initially, 50-50 states that it was a man, so that was more guesswork. And what came out with was the psychological ease of colours, and that he could associate with something pleasant. Now, within the men, that's either going to be the green, if he's a football fan, which, you know, he doesn't particularly come across that way, so he's more than likely yellow, or mustard. So I'm thinking Colonel Mustard was the actual person he picked. The weapon, I thought, was more given away in the fact that the words that I used were vicious. Vicious quite rang a bell to him, so that would sense there's something that quite instantaneous about it, quite vicious, quite brutal, which is why I was thinking either the rope or the revolver. I've set it for the rope, so.
Here lies Colonel Mustard, which I did choose. And the rope, which I also did choose.
Off you go.
He goes out that door. I was lucky then, I'll be perfectly honest, that he let slip that it was a him. Now, when I asked him to picture the items in this room, the doing things in this room, it was very natural. It was easy. He could do it, and that's a transferable room. This isn't his house. This isn't his house. This is a house that we've come to. Has a lot of rooms in. So it would have been one of the rooms that he could picture these actions going on in any house. So that's why I thought it was going to be the kitchen.
Eli's Reverend Green killed with a lead pipe.
Nice.
I've spoken to him a brief bit beforehand, and he's a bit for the bizarre. He enjoys writing these ethereal novels. So having a reverend kill somebody would be quite an interesting sort of plot point, I was thinking. But we'll see in a second when he comes back.
There's no possible way you could tell me, explain, process, or anything of that room for the sheer fact that I changed it at the last second.
Awesome, man. Take it back through to.
Frustrating bloke.
We get it?
Yeah. You frustrating bloke.
Cheers, dude.
Okay.
Thanks for murdering Reverend Green.
With the lead pipe.
Yeah, with the lead pipe. How we doing?
Spot on.
Yay! Thanks for it, sir. Genuinely appreciate that. And also, I have no idea how to turn this tiny little camera off. You may or may not have noticed that there are a few huge cardboard boxes outside, and contained within them is going to be one really expensive, really treasured possession. Then I'm going to give one person a sledgehammer. You're going to be invited to destroy all but one of the boxes. And hopefully it will be the box remaining that contains the treasure in. So, just for everyone's sake, while we were setting up, I asked you to come up with a 3-digit code containing the numbers on top of these boxes, and you were to leave one of them out. Okay. The order in which you did the code is the order you're going to destroy the boxes. So if you did come up with number 4 first, number 4 is the first to go. If you came up with number 2 first, number 2 is the first to go. Do you know which one you're destroying first?
Yes.
Right. So just while I put the treasure inside one of them then, and you turn around and close your eyes. Okay, good. Let me ask you a question. If you were to come up with your own story of intrigue and robbery and a crime story, what would be the first name of the character in your play? Tell me.
Simon.
And where would you like this story set? What place in the entire world would you like this story set?
Prague.
So, once more, turn around, shut your eyes.
Watch out. Don't move. Yeah, you can go. Charlie should go. Which one's going to go next?
Right, wait. So we're going for 1, we're going for 3. Nice, okay. In this story, your main villain, they all have day jobs. You know, like Moriarty was a professor of mathematics. You know, what would you like your main villain to do?
He's a physicist.
Last time then. Turn around. And you're going to be destroying the last number on your list, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I did say the part of the treasure would be played a little bit differently. I was convinced I could do it the first time. I wasn't willing to place my life on it the rest of the times. Okay? But this was the box that we left here. Yeah? Number 4. Any reason why this one was left? Because there's a little treasure inside. This was my jewel and my story. Here's how I wanted it to end. In my story, Simon lives in the lovely Prague. His enemy is a physicist. It takes place on the 13th of February. That's 1, 3, 2. The order in which you did the boxes. And that's it for the evening, ladies and gents. Now, obviously, with what I do, there is a certain element of huge practicing involved. Here's what that looks like. What we've done is kind of practice loads. It's just with a camera on the other side. Gingerly place that right there.
Keep rolling.
Couple there, man in slightly dirty running shoes. Old man in running shoes, he's typically limping on the left foot, so that's comfort shoes. They've been medically described that he needs to wear comfy shoes for a hip issue. But I want you to just come up with a 4-digit number. Okay. Just write it down nice and big so we can see it. Okay. Mm-hmm. This guy here moving with quite a sort of slow, cumbersome pace. Let me tell you why that is because he has had way too much to drink this morning. And that's not even a joke. Luke.
Mhm.
Was that second? Because you done it?
Yep.
Right. Now just, you can't see through it, can you? I mean, you check as well.
No.
But just fold it up anyway, just in case. You don't have the pen.
By the entrance, are we doing it?
Right here, long blonde hair, musician.
Yeah.
You can tell by his defined thighs that he is a drummer. Right-handed. The comfort Converse as well. 6592. Is that right?
Yeah.
It's good that they're recording this because this is kind of behind the scenes as well. So for a behind the scenes thing, I knew there was a good reason that we came to this house. Because look, all the books. And there's the one that stood out. Yeah. Good thinking, people.
Did you think about where you put it, or did you just put it somewhere? Okay, just to get the ball rolling then, as we always do. Just to try and get the thought pattern as we go. Okay? Just concentrate on where it is. Are you really concentrating on where it is? Really concentrating? Like so much that you punch me with the fist. Is it in this hand?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I don't like using the pen.
Observation forms the part and the key to any form and true deductive process. So here's a little test of your observation. You will have your phones on or near you. You know what your screensaver is, yeah? Because you set it. And whether it's a picture or a little logo or anything, you'd know what the colours in the picture were, right? Then just take a look at your screensaver and see if you're right. Then lock it again. Now you just looked at your phone. What was the time? No? You got to know where you're paying your attention to. If you're paying your attention to the whole thing or just one focus bit, you could miss a whole realm of information.